At number 10 is a guy that we broke down already, Dalton, in their own preview. Julian Lewis, the quarterback from Colorado, according to the Rivals industry ranking, which is basically taking all the recruiting services and combining them into one ranking. He's the number 56 overall player and the number 7 quarterback in the country. He's a 4-star recruit too. And now, Dalton, with Shedeur Sanders no longer with Colorado, there's a big battle going on between Kaden Salter, the Liberty transfer who's really good at Liberty, and Julian Lewis, the true freshman quarterback. You and I both thought, okay, Lewis will sit for a year. He'll learn behind Kaden Salter. But then Coach Prime brought both quarterbacks to Big 12 Media Days. You never, ever see true freshmen at Media Days. You never see it. Usually it's the veteran guys in the locker room. But Coach Prime brought both those guys, and in his press conference, he said, I brought both guys because I have no idea who's playing quarterback right now. So I think we could see a lot of Julian Lewis next year for Colorado.
We could, and I think it's going to depend partly on, obviously, Salter's performance and his fit in Pat Shurmur's offense. I think the biggest mystery surrounding this Colorado football team this year is you have two very different types of quarterbacks in Kaden Salter and Julian Lewis, and how Pat Shurmur is going to adjust the offense to either. Lewis is a lot more like Shedeur Sanders, a little bit undersized, doesn't have an A-plus arm, but he's an accurate, urgent, rhythm pocket passer who's going to throw the football in a similar manner as Shedeur, whereas Kaden Salter, heavy on play action at Liberty. He's got a really nice deep ball. He's a lot like his Liberty predecessor, Malik Willis, where he can really take off and run and break tackles and then excel in the play action game. But Colorado last year, obviously the last 2 years, they weren't basing their offense very much in the run game and play action. If they're willing to, roll with Salter as a veteran, they're going to have to change some things about their offense. If not, then you talk about Julian Lewis getting a shot early on, or what you could get, I think, also is Kaden Salter in as the veteran early, the guy with 2 years of starting experience already, especially in some big games down there at Conference USA. Let's not forget, he brought Liberty to a New Year's Six Bowl just 2 years ago, right? So he's got big-time experience. But if Colorado were to have Salter at the helm and then maybe fall out of Big 12 contention, maybe by something like week 9 or 10, then you might see Lewis get the last few starts just to start preparing for the future 2026 and beyond. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics, but right now, Coach Sanders is certainly presenting this as a battle between the two of them that could go right up to the start of the season. They have a huge week 1 game against Georgia Tech to get ready for.
And you just broke it down right there. I mean, whoever you start at quarterback at Colorado, you're having a drastically different offensive scheme to go around them, too, because they're very different quarterbacks. Salter, like you mentioned before, is the mobile guy, big arm, too. Lewis is more in the Shedeur Sanders' mold. Salter has been really good in his career, though, right? 29 starts in his career, 89.8 PFF grade in his career. But Julian Lewis had an incredibly decorated career in high school. You mentioned before, he's only 6'1", 190 pounds right now. He's a little undersized. Doesn't have elite tools either. But he was the Max Preps National Freshman of the Year in 2022. He was the National Sophomore of the Year in 2023. And he was a first-team All-American in his third and final season in 2024. So National Freshman of the Year, National Sophomore of the Year, and first-team quarterback in his third and final year of high school football. In fact, Dalton, he was the Gatorade Georgia Player of the Year twice. There's only been one other player who's ever won that award twice.
Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence. That's pretty good company to be in right there, right? So Julian Lewis, incredibly decorated high school football career. I am excited to see what he could do at Colorado. And I thought, 2026 would be the year for Julian Lewis at Colorado. We could see a lot of Julian Lewis in 2025 for the Buffaloes.
And the fun part is with Kaden Salter's skills, let's just say, hypothetically, Lewis were to win the job, I still think Salter would have plenty of use as an option threat and to jumpstart a running game that, look, Colorado's going to need more balance in their offense regardless. So I think Salter's got a role either way. It's going to be a fascinating month of August watching these two battling out.
Yeah, can't wait to watch Julian Lewis at Colorado in 2025. He's our number 10 freshman to know going into next year. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.